On paper between the New Orleans Saints and the Denver Broncos. All bye weeks now in the rear-view mirror. We are full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Man in motion here. The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Now, this is a list that hurts a lot more this time of year. They need every one of these guys out there as they fight for a spot in the postseason.
It is all hands on deck the rest of the way. And every guy who's been lost at some point this season, his presence is surely sorely missed out there. Every team's fighting for a playoff spot, Kate. In the same boat at this point, it's a war of attrition. And who's got the ones standing and fighting at the end? Often the ones who make a postseason run.
On 3rd down, we'll go with Sampson. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
New set of downs from 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Play fake here, Daniels. Down the field, he's got Pierce. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First down, here's Sampson. Breaks free in the center of the field. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up complete. It's going to be third down. Well, for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. We see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yep, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone, that's when the pressure ramps up.
This opening drive has reached the 5. Can they find 6 now on 3rd and goal?
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors, 17. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Running back sent in motion. Daniels, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves it can stop them.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. Oh, he eats the hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line.
That's our own 25-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Back at 60.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
They'll work against the blitz. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. Give him 20. Five on that play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
At the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Cowboy 80.
From the pistol, Smith. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
So looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it, save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Quick throw to the left is complete.
learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Back now, pressure coming. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Throw here, 3rd down. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
The kicking unit on down for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. They send a man in motion.
Check smash, check smash. Cowboy 79 Broncos.
A handoff here to Sampson. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Buffalo 18, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Pioneers.
Daniels back to throw. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Hand off to Sampson. Jukes away from one. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Throwing on 1st down, Daniels. Connects on the crosser. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get 6 more on their early advantage.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints drive their lead to 11. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Harvey now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face 2nd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Looking slant route, complete. And he's going to be stopped around the 37. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 35.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. The scoreboard reads 14-3. We'll get you back to Denver in just a minute. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Trying to throw this from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. There's a dive up the middle. And he finds a little room there before being hauled down. Gain of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. I'll throw it. Screen here for Smith. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break Gronk as they forced this 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Returning it from the 4. Good work so far. He's got room. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolf. Come 19, come 18, run, 18, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
70 Lion. Panther 11, Panther 11. Dragon 60. Trap 60, trap 60.
From the gun, it's Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready, ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Tag. 18, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Check out.
3rd and long for him here. That one's cut along the left sideline. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints lead by 14.
Quarterback, receiver, yeah, they'll get the credit. Those numbers and those stats, they're theirs. But that play happens, Kate, because the big guys up front give them enough time to make it happen. From one side of the field to the other, bingo.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints lead by 15 now. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Harvey now to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. To throw now. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Warriors, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonas Sinker. And the Saints get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Third down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a first down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Makes the grab in bounds left side. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
19 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They've got a man in motion. Daniels on first down. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. Now we've got to regroup for second down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10.
Tag. 18. 68. Cut 19. Cut 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Daniels now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Harvey now to return it. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. And he's out of bounds. What a play for them, but will it stick? Oh, we got a flag down. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. Here's the handoff. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
Pass play now. Throwing the out route complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate. It takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Set up. Cowboy 80. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Tight. Dragon 6, 60 by 6, 60 by Warrior 17.
They'll throw it here on first. All in left side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Sticking to the air here. Headed out right. Complete out to the right. Finally caught, and he lost the football. And that bounces out before anyone can make a recovery. They're going to have this one inside the 10. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
Working inside the red zone. He rolls to his right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Broncos chop some of the lead off before the half. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. Making some progress here. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
18, cup, 19, Lions. 7, cup, 19, Pioneer. Cup 19, cup.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He put everything he had into this one. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Broncos are going to have it, and he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be second down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Air it out on 3rd. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders or offensive guys have bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
That's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
19 tight, 19 tight.
To throw again on second down. Daniels. Catch is made by Dylan Sampson. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. They'll dump this off to Sampson, complete. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a 1st and goal. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go, Bronco switch, Bronco check, 70 Timberwolf.
Trying the left side. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. Oh, the Broncos get to this one.
I'll tell you this, inside the 5-yard line, that ball has got to be welded to your body at times. Under no circumstances can it come free. Whether someone puts a helmet on it or those players are just ripping it from both sides.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pin. He's thrown again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. He's going to throw this one. Brought in by his back Smith. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 27. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Hawk 70, Mustang 19. Take go.
They are throwing it again. Oh no, they get him yet again. Danny Stutzman comes up with it. And the Saints will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. They've helped them get this early lead, Brock, and they are just continuing to do their part to try to push this game further out of reach.
Yep, stepping on the gas. That's twice in a row now. Interceptions the last 2 drives. Now this offense has an opportunity to continue to build the momentum and build on this lead.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 79 Broncos. Cut my team, cut my team.
On first down, here's Daniels. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hurt, hurt. Panther 11, Panther 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Warrior 70.
Here's Daniels. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play. Yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw. He gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Harvey now to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Harvey now to return it. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
19, here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Completed over the middle. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passes. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Go! 70 Lions.
They're going to try and throw it here. And the Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down.
19 Tiger. Go!
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Buying some time right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, it doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on fourth.
Cowboy 8, trap 60, trap 60.
They're going for this. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Only got a yard, but all they needed was an inch or two. That's going to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ready up.
So first down from the 41.
Ready.
Going from the gun here. Short pass caught by his tight end. This is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Let's go now.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Gets his running back. It's inside the 10. All the way, touchdown Denver! The Broncos cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
So the offense out there, the Broncos making the call to go for two here.
For the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for two, but it doesn't work out.
Saints 31, Broncos 19.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. His return starts at the 5. Showing a little burst so far. And they are just a hop and a skip away from midfield as he goes out of bounds up beyond the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
18, Pioneer, Hulk 7, 79 Broncos. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Running left side by Jefferson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints stretch the lead to 23. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Escapes a defender. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Back. Ready. Cowboy 80. 18. 18.
First and 10, they're going to throw. Cut out left. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Looking right, he finds him. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go, first down.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let's get two. Warrior 70. Hut, hut.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. There he goes on the right side. Into the end zone he goes, pick six, and a New Orleans touchdown.
Dude, I know you've listened to me over the years praise and compliment offenses to just not go away from success. If you're running it well, keep running it. If you're throwing it, keep throwing it. Don't go away from it. Well, this defense, they're not going away from the pressure. And you see the dividends it's paid this time all the way for 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints continue piling onto this lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Harvey now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Back to work they go after the interception. Screening here for Smith. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Got to be pretty good after. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Back to pass on first and 10. He's got Smith again. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Dump off caught by his man. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Broncos first down. First and 10.
First down from the 42.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hut.
Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Shut up. 70 Lion. Buffalo 18. Hut.
Back now, pressure coming. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Third down from the gun. And he's going to go down. Great work by the Saints. It's a fourth down.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. I remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, it just felt like their presence took up the entire field. And this linebacker today, well, he had the interception earlier, a sack right now. You've got to start figuring out a plan for him, or he will take over this game.
They'll throw for it. He connects downfield. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. That's a 26-yard gain on fourth down, partner. Talk about a huge play there to extend this drive.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation, when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they're going to be set up with first and goal as this goes out of bounds, Brock, at the 3-yard line.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Go! Cougar 19! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Ready?
He'll work against the blitz. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos trail by 23 now.
Broncos 26.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Going on first down, Daniels. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So second down coming up. Out of the gun, Daniels. He finds Sampson out of the backfield. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's 3rd and 2. Now Daniels. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. Fourth down, here's Daniels. He finds it beyond the marker. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. How about 19 yards on 4th down, partners? And the call to go for it pays off.
Seven Pirates! Here we go! Seven Pirates!
That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. First down now, ball at the 33.
Let's go. Buffalo 18, Viking 18. Turn up. Panther 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
To the air again, Daniels. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Radical, 18 Radical. 79 Bronco. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer. Rig alert, rig alert. Steady.
Daniels is going to throw again. He's got it near the 8. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
It's Sampson running out of the gun. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Makes the catch. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints put up even more points in a win. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Harvey now to return it. He dodged the tackle. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he's brought down at the line.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Takes the second down snap. Finds him on the crossing route. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
Throwing now on first down. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here we go, set. And up.
Throwing it again here. We've got a screen to the running back. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Like 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
Second down, looking for options. Forced out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Seventh play of the drive now as they need a yard here on third down.
79 Broncos.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. Get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Desperation time here. Chased out to his right. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
From his end zone, Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Connecting on the slant. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Saints first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Gets this one to Pierce. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Now Daniels to throw. Down the field, he's got Pierce. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Ready, ready! Viking at 19 Lions. 7 Pirates, 79 Broncos. 19 Titan, 19 Titan. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Again, Daniels to the air. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Go street. Cowboy 80, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. Cup 19, Cup 19, Warrior 70, Buffalo 18. Ready.
To throw again, it's Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On the screen, this is Sampson. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Jonte Barron has it. And the Broncos take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They'll come out throwing. Batted away at the line, incomplete. Didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. Second down coming up. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Iona Sanker. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Went to the old well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints grow their lead yet again.
Broncos 26.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Harvey now to return it. Jukes away from one. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. To the air following that pick six. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Here we go, here we go. Seven Pirates, seven Pirates.
He's going to throw again on second down. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Now that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long for him here. The Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a fourth down.
Well, this guy's been an animal on the ground today with some great results. A little surprising there, Kate, to see a sack so far behind the line of scrimmage. But that's a welcome sack defensively after seeing him do so much damage with his legs.
Fourth and forever coming up. Fourth down, pass coming. Trying to push deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. What a play on fourth down. Give him the first after a gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready?
Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Throwing it on second down. That's what right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. Hands are tied. Gotta have it on this fourth down.
19 tight. 19 Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. Maybe a bit of desperation here. Brought in inside the 20. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Headed out right. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. And they fake the spike. They're going to throw it. And that one falls incomplete. An unexpected call, but it does not get the better of them defensively.